Well, Your Excellency, the Australian High Commissioner, John Fix, and to your wonderful team from the High Commission, we welcome you again and we thank you. We've identified ear infection as a disease that can lead to hearing loss as one of the most common childhood illnesses, with ear infections being in Fiji being up to 5 times higher than in some cohorts in New Zealand and Australia. And we also know that 60% of childhood hearing loss is preventable. And screening and early detection, such as in many other diseases, is so important and is one of the core of our public health activities. And children with disabilities, including hearing impairments, they often lag behind in school. Not only do they lag behind, this also contributes to some of the reasons why they may not actually want to go to school. And we also understand that those who do lag behind in school are not only vulnerable in terms of their education, but also vulnerable in their development, and also the harassment that they may receive from peers and those in the community. We are guided by 3 strategic priorities, and the first is to keep on reforming our public health services to provide a population-based approach for diseases and the climate crisis. And the Hearing and Ear Disease Project aligns with this objective. This project is a partnership between the Ministry, the Australian Government, civil society organizations such as the wonderful work being done by the Frank Hilton organization and Project Heaven Trust to provide screening and outreach services. We will operationalize quality standards and the setting of national priorities for hearing and ear disease. And also we welcome Dr. O, who has been a Korean Quaker volunteer for the last 5 years here in Fiji. And together with him and his team, you'll be interested to know that Dr. Fanny Lord, our first local specialist ENT surgeon in the making, spent a year as a Roenick Fellow in Australia. And currently works under the tutorship of Dr. O, together with Dr. Churchy. This collaboration strengthens the relationships that we have with the CSOs and our ministry, and recognizing that both can work together and work effectively and to meet a common outcome of improving health for all Fijians. Today, apart from this, the Project Heaven Trust and the Frank Hilton organization have received equipment worth 160,000 Australian dollars. And the list is also long. I will not go into it, but certainly we can give the list to the members of the media later. Your Excellency, I'm also happy to hear that Australian Auvuvale has also procured 170,000 Australian dollars worth of perinatal and obstetrics equipment, 4 fetal ultrasound scanners, 6 infant warmers, 8 transport incubators, and 10 fetal monitors, which we'll also be receiving today. And so we're really glad for that. And as you're aware that this will be going to CWM Lotok and Lambasa, because this is where 72% of all deliveries are, and this is where the specialists reside who deal with the perinatal period and also provide the expert care. So today, Your Excellency, we are continue to be very proud that we are Auvuvale, and the support that the Australian government has given us, not only for today, before COVID and even through COVID, is helping us to continue to strengthen our health system. Every equipment that we receive, every expertise that is provided our way, every team that comes through AUSMAT and ANZMAT together with New Zealand that comes and gives us expertise here is strengthening our health system. And we sincerely hope that with this support, that our health system, as we move into the lessening COVID, will become even stronger than we were before COVID. So I thank you, Your Excellency, and I thank Auvuvale Australia, and officially declare and launch the Hearing and Ear Disease Project, launching today, and I launch it, and I look forward to receipt of these 2 major packages.
Thanks, Minister. Minister, senior representatives of the Ministry of Health and the Frank Hilton organisation and Project Heaven Trust, and of course, importantly, members of the media. It's great to see you all here today. Can I begin by congratulating the Minister and the Ministry of Health more broadly for the wonderful success with the vaccine campaign. Over 90% of Fijians with their first dose and over 50% of Fijians with their second dose. As I've said before, this really is a world-class performance. I mean, if you look around the world, there aren't many countries, if any, that have reached Fiji's level of vaccination. So it's a testament not only to your leadership and Dr. Fong's, but also the tireless work of your ministry employees and colleagues and all of the supporting actors, the RFMF, the police, everyone else who's helped out. And Fiji is now well and truly on the path to recovery, to seeing the end of the restrictions that have been imposed, and we all celebrate that. Listen, I'm delighted to be here to support the Health Ministry to launch the Hearing and Ear Disease Project. It's an important program which will address a key gap in identifying and providing quality services for children with hearing impairments and ear disease in Fiji. And we're pleased to hand this material over, Minister, to your ministry and to the Project Heaven Trust and to the Frank Hilton organisation. We're committed not only to providing vaccines and PPE equipment to deal with the COVID-19 outbreak, but also to continue our support to your ministry more broadly. I think this event and the project launch today really does highlight the importance of partnerships, not only between governments, but with civil society and NGO groups. It's a real strength of Fiji is that you do work so closely with them. I'm not going to go through the list of equipment that's here, but it will be used, and it will be used for the most vulnerable amongst us. So, Minister, thanks again for giving up your time. It's great to see you, and keep up the great work. Thank you.